Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 11th. This week, we are just going to jump right in here, and we are going to see what is going on for you. We're doing past, present, future outcome, and you have this miracles card here. Taurus, I think, also had a card of miracles, so, there could be some just miracle type energy coming in for you earth signs, so that looks good. This is a really good reading already, minus the tower, but we'll definitely take a look into that. The other thing I will say is the tower's been coming up a lot lately again, so it just wouldn't surprise me if we saw some sort of global tower moment happening, or something kind of falling apart in the world. And it's just a sign of the times. It's a time that we're in, plain and simple. So let's see what we have going on here. I feel like something is speeding up in your life. You have that cheetah card, so things are coming in quickly. You kick it off with that openness and miracles card. I'll show you that in a minute. I feel like you need to be open to things that can possibly excite you with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a card of excitement. It's a card of kind of enthusiasm. It represents out with the old, in with the new. It represents a passionate new beginning. It represents a lot. It is my favorite card in the tarot, and people always ask me, why the Ace of Wands? And I always say it's like, the Ace of Wands is just that one thing you need to change your life, right here, Wheel of Fortune. It is just that one thing you need sometimes, that it's that spark of hope, that spark of inspiration, that just like that one thing that can, motivate you, that can wake you up early in the morning because you're so excited about whatever it is, right? So it's, usually when we have a good Ace of Wands, it's something like that. I do feel that some of you were surprised by a false start, though. You have the Tower here. You go Tower, High Priestess, Three of Swords. Could have been with a Pisces. So, if you were dating a Pisces or something, you could have had a false start with this person, or you could have had a Tower moment with that person. I feel it is funny that in your outcome position, you have this Not For You card. So, if you were shocked or surprised by a person, I feel like you're seeing that it's not for you. I feel like the shoe's on the other foot now. It's like they are going to be surprised, because I do feel they could be thinking about you here. And I feel like it's like you're over it. You're not willing to repeat it is what I'm getting here. So, it's not even worth talking about, honestly. What I would be more focused on is things that excite you. And I would be more focused on, again, being open. I feel that openness card is saying, hey, there are probably a bunch of different ways for you to work on whatever it is that you're working on. And there's a bunch of different ways for you to be successful. So what I feel is that the Eight of Pentacles and the openness card is saying, like, be open to different ways of doing things. Don't be so fixed in how something needs to become successful, I really don't have any good examples, so it is what it is. But, you might be working on a business and you might think, things have to work this way. And I feel this is saying, like, if the more open you can be to allowing it to, like, following your inspirations with the Ace of Wands, or, following success, that will be, very, very good for you. So I would just be open. Let's see. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups here. I feel like you want someone who just puts in the work. It's like you don't even want to, I think you have realized that you don't even want to guess, right? That someone is going to put in the work. I think it's like they do or they don't. I feel like that is your attitude as far as love is concerned right here, if we're talking about love, right? I feel it's like one of those things where, you're just like, either someone it's like you don't even want to have to ask, right? And that's the feeling I get there. On top of that, I feel like something needs to be exposed here is what I'm getting, but it's about you. I feel that the Ace of Cups is like your heart, and you have the Three of Swords, which is a card of forgiveness. But I feel sometimes, if you have a unique perspective on the world, or something you want to share, or something you want to create, but it's unique and no one has ever done it before, you could be thinking like, oh, this isn't going to be very successful. So, if you have something you want to share, I would let it out, because, I feel like it's coming from a place of your heart. Like, maybe you want to start a YouTube channel or a business or a podcast or something. I feel like something needs to come out here. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Four of Wands, marriage. So some of you could have been dealing with a person who's married. But also, this is a card of freedom. And I feel like this new thing is going to set you free with the Ace of Wands. I get the same feeling. It's funny that Pisces shows up here, because I get the same feeling for Pisces, that it's almost like you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I'm talking about, like, maybe you have a job and you want to start a business, but it's like you need the job because you need the money, but you also need more time to get the business going. It's kind of like that back and forth energy. Maybe you already have a business and you want to do something else. It's like there's something here with balance, and I'm hoping we can get more clarity on it, because the Ace of Wands, whatever this opportunity is clearly something that is going to make you very successful. It's clearly something that you could commit to for a long period of time as well. With the Four of Wands is what I'm getting, but it's also the getting there, getting to that point seems to be just like a little bit of a challenge. With the Tower, you have the Knight of Swords. Yes, I would be careful of a person rushing back in. There's like, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I don't even like talking about this stuff anyway. But what I would say is I would be careful of a person rushing back in, trying to get all up in your business, trying to force you back into something, or telling you that you were always the one and all this other BS. Right? I feel like it's just verbal diarrhea coming from a butthead. Right? Let's put it that way. Next, in your present position, you have this card that says luck is on your side. There you go. You have this balsamic moon. It says a time for healing. I would block a person if you have to, right? Block and move on. Some people say that it's immature to block, but I don't think so. I block people, and it's one of those things where it's like if someone has done enough, has lied enough, has caused enough problems, it's like, why would you want them in your life in the first place, right? Or why would you want them to come mess up your day? Because it's like talking to that person will just remind you of the situation, right? And there's nothing to talk about. So, it's one of those things where, I feel that you need to protect your luck. And that's the thing, is that there could be a person coming back here because they're seeing how lucky you are. Or maybe you are their good luck charm, right? And I feel like you really need to protect that and just focus on your own luck. It's like saying luck is on your side, so keep that to yourself. You have the Lovers, the High Priestess, and the Six of Cups. I do feel new love here. So if you want love, I do feel there could be a new person coming in for you. I do feel this is like divinely guided as well. It definitely is a new opportunity. You go down to the Ace of Pentacles, and so I feel this is something new. I would make sure you're healed with that Three of Swords, for sure. It could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces. I just listed off all 12 signs, so it could be a Gemini as well. You have basically everything here. Take it how it resonates, and I feel it could be a very, very much divine connection. Again, this could be bringing a past person back as well, because they're seeing you be with a new person. But more importantly than that, enough of that, you have the Lovers, which can represent having a choice to make. You have the High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is just something that has a lot of potential. The High Priestess is the card of potential. She has no roof over her head, and it represents the fact that whatever you set your mind to, there are no limits to what you can accomplish if you believe that, right? And so I feel that there could be a new opportunity coming in for you. Three aces in this reading. I didn't even pay attention to that. And so there are three aces here. There's clearly a big opportunity, but it's going to require you have to build this opportunity. I do feel it's this for most of you, I feel it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's something that you're thinking about doing with your life, a new direction. Some of you may be moving, but for most of you, I feel it's financially related. Getting a new job, starting a new business, starting a YouTube channel, side hustle, whatever, and I feel you need to trust your intuition. I feel you're being inspired, but it's like that inspiration is actually your intuition. It's like your intuition is saying, move in this direction, do this thing. You have the Six of Cups, which again could be a person from the past, but the Six of Cups can be a gift from the universe. Usually the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround, meaning we've been bumping up against certain obstacles in a certain area of our life, and then when we get the Six of Cups, we experience a turnaround. Things start to improve, or things start moving in a new direction, and that's kind of what I feel here for you, is that things in your life are improving or will be improving. So actually, let's see. Let's see. With the Lovers, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Definitely a big opportunity coming in for you. I mean, Ace of Pentacles twice to the Wheel of Fortune. This is like a life-changing opportunity. So, I feel there could be a life-changing opportunity coming in for you here. And it's something that's going to be very, very, has a lot of growth potential. I like to remind people, especially at this time, nothing is going to come easy. So you're going to have to put the work into this. You're going to have to take the opportunity. Ace of Pentacles is like having a garden, I got these jungle vibes going on right here, right? I'm totally feeling the jungle vibes right now. But what I would say is, it's like one of those things where you really have to nurture something into existence with the Ace of Pentacles. You have to water it, fertilize it, feed it, weed it, all that stuff that you would do with a garden. So if this is a business opportunity, something you're working on, I'd really take care of it. Same thing with a relationship, whatever it is. It could be all those things as well. With the High Priestess, you have the Empress. Yeah, very attractive at this time. Doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like you're attracting a lot of attention. You could be attracting a lot of people, but I also feel you're creating a lot of abundance as well. With the Six of Cups, you have the Temperance card. Temperance says you can, Temperance sometimes gives me comfort. It's like one of those cards that says, no matter what happens, you have the power to turn your situation around. You don't have to stay stuck in something. You have the power of alchemy. So I feel you need to realize that you have the power to turn your situation around. Next, you have this cheetah and this beaver. The beaver is about building something secure. You have this building blocks card coming up at the end as well. So I feel like you're building something significant. And with the cheetah, I feel like something is happening rapidly. It's like, I think something will happen faster than you think. And especially if you have the preparation, I feel what you need to realize is that you have a bunch of skills that all add up to something. But I think not enough people look backwards and connect the dots and say, I have all these skills that I could use to build a business. So obviously it's going to happen faster because I know all this stuff, right? And so I think people need, especially you, Capricorn, I feel like you need to give yourself more credit here. I feel like you need to realize how far you've come and what you've learned and what you've been through. It's like something is, I'm not trying to be over the top here or anything, but something is going to happen faster than you realize, but it is because of your skills. So again, don't discount your skills or your what you're capable of doing. You have the Three of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands here. The Three of Swords is, of course, a card of heartbreak. Again, I would be very careful. I feel like this person's going to mess up your day for sure. And again, I'm not trying to put out some sort of weird warning or something like that, but I would just say, I feel it would be a great time to block and move on and forgive a past situation, forgive yourself so that you can move forward. You have the Ace of Pentacles. This is what I would focus on if I were you, the big opportunity that's coming in for you, something that's going to be very successful. Again, I really feel it's something that you want to work on, and it's going to happen a lot faster than you think. Again, I really feel, especially if you're comparing yourself to other people, you're going to have a hard time. It's like you could be comparing your situation to other people. I almost feel like saying you don't even realize how good you are. And, I think a lot of people have imposter syndrome, especially you earth signs for whatever reason. And it's I feel like you need to realize that what you're comparing yourself to, it's yeah, they are better than you right now. Maybe the competition is better than you only because they're doing it. It's if you would take action on the business, you'll be up here, or whatever your idea is. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, like I said, or maybe you want to start a side hustle. It's you'd be up here because of what you know. And I really get that energy here. It's you're a master gardener, right? With the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is a card of experimentation and throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. I'm hearing the word staying power as well. This would be a card of staying power, meaning that you don't give up on things, right? And I feel that's 90% of the battle is just not giving up on something. So let's see. With the Three of Swords, you have the Tower. I do feel this person caused a Tower moment. This person could be causing a Tower moment or trying to cause a Tower moment. Again, I don't really want to talk about this, but it shows up. So, I have to mention it. I would block, protect yourself, especially if you are dealing with a past person. Especially if this person is rushing back into your life. They could be trying to just mess things up. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Two of Wands. This is the direction you want to focus on right here. Two of Wands is stepping into a new world, letting go of past things that are complete and moving forward to something new, right? I would also encourage you, again, I don't like to scare people. I don't think tarot is good or bad or anything like that, right? I always tell people it's loose guidance at best. But what I will say, Knight of Swords, Tower twice, I would be careful of someone. I would be careful of get rich quick schemes, getting scammed out of money. Anyone who tells you, let's say you take your car to get fixed or something and they tell you, it's going to be $1 billion. I'd be no, or if you need to get work done on your house, for example, I would be very careful. I'm also getting water. I would be careful of the pipes and things like that in your house or leaving water around or something like that. So it's popping into my head. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, teamwork makes the dream work, as always with you, right? And it's also a card of quality work. So again, I feel like you don't realize how good you are. I really feel you need to put the work at it's like you need to put something into the world for you to see its true potential. You have this not for you card and this building blocks card. This is coming up in your outcome. Again, I do feel like you're rebuilding from a tower. Someone could have blindsided you, or, that you had some sort of difficult breakup here. And I feel like you've rebuilt. This is why I say I feel like you realize something like a person is not part of your life, is not part of your story. And I feel you're moving on from it completely. And I feel like you're focusing on building up bigger and better and stronger and, all those things, which is what this whole entire reading has been about. You have the Two of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Two of Wands is a card of taking control and creating as much success as you possibly can and moving forward. It's a card of progress. It's a card of taking the lead. He has the whole world in his hands. And, I really feel that for you, that, there could be like this life-changing opportunity, but if you do nothing with it, then nothing is going to happen. He has to leave a comfort zone. So, I feel for a lot of you, I felt that at the beginning, that 1 foot in, 1 foot out type of energy, temperance, right? He is 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. It's like you're this close. I feel like you're this close to like a rapid success, but you have to put the work in. You have to leave comfort zones, and maybe you even have to leave things behind as well. I also have like a weird story popping into my head. It's kind of funny because I've been thinking about this a lot in my own personal life, not to, share my personal life here, but it's like I think there's something you really want to do in your life. It could be like the smallest thing, right? And I feel like you need to go do it, whatever it is. It's like you might have people in your ear saying, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that," or whatever. Or you might be putting people. I don't even think this is a bad thing necessarily. It's like you might have people you have to take care of in your life, and it's like you're putting their needs above yours. I feel like you need to not do that. You have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I feel you see things so clearly now. There's so much clarity, in your readings lately that maybe you're still confused right now at the time of watching this reading, but I think over the winter, between now and like the end of the year, I feel you're gaining so much clarity, so much understanding on new directions, transformations. She has this butterfly right here on her throne. So it's like you are seeing these opportunities to transform, to change your life for the better, to just live a better life in general. It's like I see all that here. And, I kind of feel like that's what you are creating. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a turnaround. Again, I feel it can represent a life-changing opportunity or a lot of luck. So it's like luck is on your side. And I feel like you need to take advantage of an opportunity that is going to like spin your life in a new direction. But again, I really feel also that you have to believe in yourself. And I feel you have to like overcome the imposter syndrome, like feeling like you're not good enough. Or again, if you're comparing yourself to people you see doing what you want to do, I feel you're going to have a hard time. So don't do that. With the Two of Wands, you have the Ten of Swords. Yes, I mean, you see something as dead, done, over with. I feel like you're over it with a person. I feel like they keep doing the same thing, and I feel you're just moving on. With the Queen of Swords here, you have the Death card. Yep, big transformation. I was talking about a transformation with that Queen of Swords, or with the butterfly, right? It's like you are being reborn. I feel like you're going from caterpillar to butterfly. You have been through a very difficult transformation, maybe over many years, and now you're kind of like coming out the other side as a beautiful butterfly here, Capricorn. And you have a butterfly right here on the Temperance card. So there you go. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Five of Swords. Again, I do feel like you're dead done over with this person, if it's a person. This, to me, can also represent a risk. And I feel like, the Wheel of Fortune is a very lucky card. So I would actually encourage you to be open to taking the risk of, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I would take the risk of committing to whatever that thing is in your life. It's like I feel like there's something you're inspired to do. Could be a project, a business, could just be a side hustle, or whatever it is. I would encourage you to take that risk. You have this Discovery card because you have to see what's on the other side. That's why. It's like this Discovery card is like saying, there's something that you really want to do. And it's like if you never experience it, you're never going to know. So I feel like you need to see. It's like you need to experience something. You have this empathy card, probably why someone is trying to come back to you, because I feel like you have a lot of empathy for the person. For some of you, I'm wondering if you had a person who you really just felt for, just in general. It's like maybe this person, maybe they do bad things, but they're not a bad person per se. It's like maybe they just had a rough life or whatever. And I feel like this is saying it's time for you to have empathy for yourself, right? You have this Submission card. This card here, it's like you see this bird. It's in a cage and the cage door is open. It reminds me of, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So I feel for a lot of you that you could have had a person like that where so you offered them help, you offered them assistance, but they just like never listened to you. So, I feel like that's enough to drive you crazy, and I feel you're moving on from it, plain and simple. You have this lust card. Maybe you were with a person where it was only lust, although I do feel that in the near future there will be a very lusty connection coming in for you, but I feel like it's the opposite, of what this other one was. I feel it's a person who like wants to build, who wants to both of you to lift each other up, who wants to be in a situation where both people make each other better, right? And that's how a relationship should be. It should be like, you lift them up, they lift you up. It should be like a stair-stepping up type of situation. And I feel that's what you're attracting. There could be, but there could be a very strong connection here. You have this restlessness card. You're feeling restless because you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? I'm not even calling you out here, Capricorn. I totally get it. I feel making the commitment to the new thing, it will fix this for you. I also feel like if you would just get started on like a tiny thing and channel that restless energy, I feel you'll be very successful. Again, I would be careful of communication that makes you feel restless. Could be from this person. If you need to block them or whatever, I think that would be a good idea as well. But I love this reading. Life-changing opportunity coming in for you. For a lot of you, I feel it's financial, something you're already working on or thinking about working on. Luck is on your side here as well. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.